Hey everyone! In front of me another adventure. This time I'm going to Quito, Ecuador to visit my friend Santiago. I want to show you around, the best places to visit, where to take the best photos, and of course coffee shop and food. So we want to try all of this in front of me, around 17 hours trip, but for you it's gonna be just a few seconds. So let me take you right there. Quito, after 17 hours of my trip, and I'm here with my dear friend Santiago. So he was born here.
I was born and raised.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm basically trying to use him as a guide. And you know what?
It's my pleasure.
Santiago, could you tell us probably 5-6 things in Quito that are like
Places.
places. If you could give us 1 minute per place. And
definitely right now that we are where we are at right now, Basílica del Voto Nacional. My favorite church, the Church of San Francisco de Quito. And also they have a museum. This is a Franciscan church, and for Franciscan friars. Story also, at San Francisco, there was the first place where a beer was brewed in the Americas.
Wow.
And they got the yeast that was extracted from old barrels there. So that's the second place, is Church of San Francisco. Third is going to be Panecillo, where we were already yesterday. Huge statue of Our Lady of Apocalypse. Apocalypse is there. And
what about the
fourth
Museum of the Sol?
It's okay, I like it.
But there is you can actually experience the equator.
Yes.
And very, very unique.
I was born here, so Ecuador was always very close by.
Yeah, it was like nothing. But I went to the Museum of the Soul. And
it is really great, actually.
It was a very interesting experience.
I would put all that visit the middle of the world, because it's the Museum of the Sun, and also there's the Monument of the Middle of the World because of the
Mitad del Mundo?
Yes. And then fifth, I would say Compañía de Jesús, because that's a beautiful church. But also there's a cable car, there's these other hills here, there's breweries, local breweries.
Yeah, we can also go a little farther to some of the volcanoes.
There's huge mountains. So as an example here, and we haven't even seen from the other side. We have close by Pichincha, that is just half an hour to get there. And then we have Cotopaxi, that is 2 hours from here. We can take a bus, or you can drive there.
And we're talking about hikes that are 5,500 meters up, right?
Yes. And actually you get very close to the cabin that is before getting to the perpetual snow.
Just few recommendations on the typical food that we can try.
I really like soup. My favorite soup is the locro. Besides the locro, there is also fritada con papas. There's these mashed potatoes with cheese inside, fried on both sides. It's very, very, very good. And what else? I don't think locro de papa, that one we had yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And different, that's I would say my favorite foods.
Okay,
but
perfect.
Those are typical. But there's way more variety, because I'm just thinking about Quito. But if you think about the coast, we have encebollado, or actually we should have that tomorrow.
And you also mentioned
on Friday, actually.
Also the Ecuador is a big exporter of coffee and cacao.
Coffee, cacao, and shrimp.
Yeah, so that's cacao. Definitely, I want to buy a bag and take it home. we are on the rooftop, on the roof of the Cathedral of Quito. It's just mind-blowing. It's unbelievable. Look at this. I mean, look at the view. You can see entire Quito, all the surroundings, the mountains, and it's basically roof of the church. This is the central plaza. You can see Basilica far away, but it feels unreal.
Front is Palacio de Carondelet. This is what represents the executive power. Here currently is where the president of Ecuador resides. Here is the Cathedral of Quito. And yeah, here back in the day used to be the Archbishop Palace, where the Archbishop of the city used to live. And in front is the City Hall. That's where the mayor of Quito is.
Oh wow.
And in the middle there is a monument remembering independence.
It is a good idea to hop on one of those touristic buses that will take you all around the city, and you will be able to hop off and explore until the next bus comes. Very easy way of exploring, and you don't have to be worried about parking. I was blown away by the skills those bus drivers have. Navigating those tiny old streets is extremely hard, but they do an amazing job. Another must-try experience is Cacao too. Ecuador is known for the quality of its beans, which is why Switzerland and Belgium import most of the cacao from Ecuador. You can also learn more about how it's chocolate made, try cacao beans, and also drink chocolate. It was a great experience, and I brought home a few bars of chocolate. Let's talk about food. Ecuador has a great variety of food. But let me start with some places that you should visit when you are in Quito. Him's Panecillo is probably the fanciest restaurant in the city with a view of entire Quito. And I have one of the best filet mignon ever, and it was only $25. Another great restaurant located in Old Town next to the Church of Saint Francisco is La Capilla. Prices will surprise you. Food in Ecuador is cheap, so you can really use it. Stop in Café Modelo, located in heart of the Old Town, for coffee and sanduche de pernil. Also, I did enjoy street food that you can get for as little as $1 or $1.50. Hey everyone, another day in Ecuador. This time we are in the cloud forest and we found this place. It's amazing. You can actually come here. I will leave their Instagram account in the description. It's beautiful. It's middle of the nowhere. It's like the off-road drive from the main road for like entire 5 kilometers and around 2.5 hours drive from Quito. But it's unbelievable. You can just hear the birds. They have horses and swimming pool. And it's amazing. I gotta come here one day. Stay for like 2 weeks. Quito is an amazing city and gives you a great opportunity to travel farther and explore South America. I hope you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and I see you on your next adventure.